What's up, everybody? Welcome to Table Stories Witchcraft and Wizardry. Hello. How's everybody doing today? Welcome to the stream. Are you all excited?
Are you talking to... See, I never know if you're talking to us or the audience.
Why not both?
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I have coffee.
I mean, excited's like your default. No offense, but like...
Why would that be offensive, Psychoticus?
I don't know.
Excited
I'm
is
just
your default?
sensitive
No offense.
about people's feelings, you know? Some people,
Aww, that's
just
just
trying to
thoughtful.
be nice.
Thanks. I'll be quiet now. Thank you, Psychoticus.
Welcome to the
Got
stream,
the message,
everybody.
good.
Welcome. If you've never seen the show before, we have a magical time here. Sometimes it's an emotional roller coaster, but most times it's very wholesome, and we have a good time in Hogwarts without the oversight of she who shall not be named. We
Took me a minute there. Just deleted all that information, you know.
we have a good time, and if you want to follow along with us, you totally can. You can go check out the rules over at tablestory.tv/WAW, which is a great place for you to go follow all of these wonderful people. Go click on their links, go follow them on all the places. Go check them out, go hang out with them. And if you have a Prime sub that you haven't used yet, consider throwing it their way. You know, go support them, get some emotes. But you can download the rules there for free. They're totally available for you. You can download them, and I made the system so that, you know, people could play in this world and have a good time. I've seen a lot of really awesome comments lately about people that are like getting into role playing and stuff for the first time because of the system, and it just makes me so happy, because that's like the best compliment, you know, to get basically as a role playing game content creator, essentially.
In fact, technically this is what got me into role playing. Did great
nice.
work, Wack.
Thank you.
Oh, Wack takes a compliment 2020. That's nice.
It's a really good compliment in general for people to you know, just be playing something that I made that's super fun, super great. And if you're looking for groups and stuff, you can come check out the Discord, because I'm pretty sure that there's people looking for GMs, there's people looking for groups, all different kinds of stuff. Come hang out in the Discord, check it out, and there's basically an entire channel that's devoted to people looking for games. Even if you don't want to play Witchcraft and Wizardry in particular, if you want to play something else, there's people looking for stuff, so go check it out. Otherwise, let's go around the room, let's do some introductions, and then I shall do a recap. It's another huge recap because so many things were done last session, and we'll just remind everybody what happened. So let's go around the room. Luxie, would you be so kind as to start us off, please?
Hi! I'm the excitable one. My name is Lexi Games. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. I do everything. I do it all. No, that's not true. I'm not toxic. I don't like that stuff. One day I'll get this. I'm a variety streamer. I role play. I host charity events, and I play a lot of Animal Crossing and Phasmophobia. I'm so addicted to catching them ghosts. I want to grow up and be a Ghostbuster. And here I play Rosalina Earthcloud, who's a big, sweet baby who keeps mashed potatoes in her pocket, which makes plenty of sense if you watch the show. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Luxie. Murgles?
Every time I forget that it's so quick. Hello, I'm Murgles. I'm an animator and a storyboard artist. I stream on Twitch during the week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Are you the same
past
Murgles
weekend,
that is doing a film?
Yeah, I am. Two, actually. It's crazy. 2 films, yeah. I started my second one on Friday, and I'm on the last animated shot. It was a 24-hour film. It's going to take longer than 24 hours, but yeah, I streamed for 2 blocks of 12, and now we've got a couple. I'm going to be working on it tomorrow. probably for a very long time. And it's called Trinkets, and it's about a little Icelandic gnome that leaves a golden rock that he painted out on a mound for someone, and then they come and pick it up, and then he just like walks off to go give more of those trinkets to other people who need them. And that's it. That's all it is. It's a 2-minute film, and it's super precious, and I'm very happy about it. So if you want to see me do some animation and make a film and do all that stuff, you can come hang out at twitch.tv/Murgles. Thank you.
So good. Murgles is a million times faster than I am in doing art and animation and everything. Go check it out. So good. Negs?
He leaves the little trinkets out and he just gives them to people just like that. Oh,
yeah, he does.
That.
Yeah, I'll send the film to you when it's done. It'll be done this week, so.
I want to cry just hearing that. You can tell it's been a long week. Hi, I'm Nega Oryx, and I'm Murgle's #1 fan, and I won't be doing anything special except watching Murgles make that short film a reality, I guess. Thanks for having me. I play Olive. Oh, wait, no, I am doing something. I'm hosting. Oh, I don't know if I'm allowed to announce it. Never mind, I'm doing nothing. I'm just watching Murgles all week. Bye.
Okay.
I'm sorry, as soon as I started saying it, I was like, am I allowed to say it? And then
runs through the NDAs in her head.
Yeah.
Did I just possess your body? Because that felt like looking in a mirror.
Okay, Zagonicus.
Hi everyone, it's Gonicus. I'm hosting the Oscars next year. I'm NDA'd, but I thought I'd just let you know. They called me up and like, can you do it? Your tweets look okay. And I was like, I'm good. Anyway, I play Alexander Pippin here. He's a Ravenclaw student, and you can find me, Zgoticus, on all the internet places. I have a podcast, the Zgotcast, and my most recent guest was Aaron B. Black, author of Firewall Down. Murgles did the cover art for that, and it was a great old time, so check that out. Just search Zgotcast on your podcast places or on YouTube, or you can go to zgotic.us/pod and find it there.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you. I am Wax Steven, and I will be the Headmaster of Doom. I'll be dragging the players kicking and screaming through the adventure today. Who knows what will happen, because a lot has been going on here in Hogwarts. There has been quite a few new bits of information that the group has learned about, and a few big surprises, and a few pretty traumatic events. So, let's start running through everything, shall we? On the last episode of Witchcraft and Wizardry, Barney and Alex headed to the greenhouses to speak with Roger Bristlecomb's ghost for Olive and Clem, and asked him some questions about what had happened to Olive. They convinced Roger to follow to meet up with the rest of the group, while Clem and Olive retrieved the Dark Creatures book from underneath Clem's bed, but noticed something amiss with the book. It looked like a slightly different cover. Rosie and Lily brought rock cakes to Hagrid to help cheer him up and maybe even help him remember some things, but he just got confused after hearing Harry had kids. Olive, Clem, and Alex talked to Roger about the Dark Creatures book, but found that it was actually not the same book, and that it had been replaced after checking it with the Apparicium spell to reveal the invisible notes that they had seen before. They found out that Roger had a friend in Gryffindor that they suspected might be involved somehow. After some investigation, Clem found that her bed had in fact been moved and confirmed that the book was most likely stolen and replaced. Alexander cast Infinite Incantatem on the replacement book and found the book to be trapped, setting the book to cinders, burning Alex's hand, injuring him, and sending him to the hospital wing. Olive rushed to speak with Lady Magnolis, the portrait guarding the Gryffindor common room and dormitories, but didn't learn much from her, only noting that she thought Clem was a bit suspicious and that she terrified Lady Magnolis. Olive didn't take kindly to the assumption, and they insulted each other. After entering the common room, Olive started rifling through everything in the second-year girls' dorm, finding various things that the students had been hiding. including a picture that Clem was keeping. And Olive got a little bit of insight into Clem's background. She spoke with the 7th year prefect, Silas Bortusk, about someone stealing things from the Gryffindor common room, only to be found out after he cast an advanced tracking spell to find the culprit. Clem admitted that she had taken a Dark Creatures book from the Vanished Wing last year to Professor Longbottom and got an admonishment and lost 50 points from Gryffindor. Today's session starts with Olive. Olive, you've seen these sparkly bits from Silas's spell, basically highlighting an image of you in your dormitory. Like a fairly interesting facsimile, and footsteps that kind of lead out through the door and come back the same way, leading right up until your feet, basically. And he says, "What have we here? Someone's been lying." You have an explanation?
I think Olive, stands for a second with her mouth open, and she, looks incredibly shocked, and she just goes, "I don't remember."
Try and convince Silas.
Y'all, last week was a bad week to swap my stats around and give myself a -1 to my convince rolls. Was not the time. Oh.
You don't remember? You just came down and spoke to me.
Right, and why on earth would I come and speak to you if I remember doing this myself? That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Seems like you wanted to place the blame on someone else. Were you trying to steal anything from the room?
Steal anything from my own dormitory? What could I possibly want to steal from anyone else?
I don't know. I think we're going to have to mention this to the headmistress.
Fine then. Lead the way.
He says, "No, you first. Go on."
Olive is just going to kind of hold her head up high and walk very purposefully out the door.
He walks you down the stairs through the common room, and he taps the portrait. The portrait opens. You begin to walk out of the room. Portrait closes, and you hear Lady Magnolus, "Oh, what have we here?"
None of your business, Lady Magnolis.
"Just a troublemaker." "Oh, a troublemaker. I'm not surprised at all."
Nobody asked you, Lady Magnolis.
You can see her with a scandalous look on her face and a smile. He walks you down the moving staircases. You head to Headmistress McGonagall's office. And he writes in the book, the secret door is closed, and he says, "Pumpernickel." Door opens. Head inside.
And Olive's gonna just kind of... She's continuing that same air of purpose as she walks, and she's gonna walk ahead.
What is it, Mr. Boartusk? Headmistress, I'm afraid that I've discovered something a bit, out of the ordinary, and, Well, go on, spit it out. I'm quite busy. I found, our second-year student here, Miss Everglade. There was a very strange scene. It appears that she had, rifled through everyone's possessions in the, girls' second-year dormitory. Well, Miss Everglade, do you have an explanation?
I do, yes.
I would love to hear it.
I would love to share it with you in confidence and not in front of this prefect. It's rather personal, Headmistress.
Trying to convince her.
The worst time to change that stat, y'all. A year at Hogwarts, and I had a good heart roll, and I changed it last week, and look what happens.
Mr. Boartusk is the head student and the head Gryffindor prefect, 7th year. I trust very few students more.
Well, that's good to know, so we know who to hold accountable for the problems that I am currently experiencing in the Gryffindor Tower. So, good. Maybe you should stay here. Someone has been messing with the belongings of myself and one of my fellow Gryffindor classmates, and knowing how secure and well kept Hogwarts is, I had to assume if anyone was tampering with my personal property, it must be someone in Gryffindor Tower. So I recognize it was wrong of me to search through the belongings of the other girls, but I didn't know how else to figure it out. And if Hogwarts really is as safe and secure as we all say it is, then I see no other explanation to how my belongings were tampered with in the first place.
So you took it upon yourself to rifle through everyone's things, instead of telling an adult or a prefect?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, at least you own up to it rather easily.
I'm not going to lie to you about it. I've clearly been caught. It's just... I accept whatever punishment comes my way from this. I just hope that we won't overlook the fact that I was following up on my belongings having been tampered with in the first place. I would just like to add, by the way, not that it excuses anything, and I know that, but it seems there is a great deal more important things going on at Hogwarts for teachers and prefects to be worried about.
Yes,
and
there are.
I did not think that if I brought this up, anyone would give it the attention it deserved.
That is not for you to decide, young lady. And you very well know this. Please don't try to twist your words to accuse others of your malfeasance. Now, obviously, there is a problem, and we will have to figure it out. But it is not your decision to go into other people's belongings to try to find the culprit. Do you understand?
Would that be? So whose job would that be then?
The prefects and the professors.
So, if I tell a prefect, they'll look into it.
Yes, of course.
Right then. Sorry, Headmistress.
This is a very serious breach of personal space. What would you think would happen if I told all the other second-year girls what you did?
I imagine one of them would pee herself with fear that I had discovered that she tampered with my belongings to begin with. They would know that I'm onto them. So honestly, probably a good idea to get the thief out. Smoke him out, so to speak. Good thinking, Headmistress.
Is it? No. You can see her eyes are a bit wide, and a very stern look rests on her face. Very well, Miss Everglade. 50 points from Gryffindor. And I think to add to the punishment, you will be required to tell all of the other second-year girls what you have done.
Second year Gryffindor or second year?
Second-year Gryffindor girls.
Yes, Headmistress.
Silas. Yes, Headmistress. Thank you for bringing this to me. What spell did you use to discover Miss Everglade's involvement? Well, I tried my hand at an Pari Vestigium spell. Pari Vestigium? That's a rather advanced spell. Even the auras use that spell. Very good work. 10 points for Gryffindor. Thank you, Headmistress. Now, I expect you to look into things, Mr. Bortusk. Make sure that Miss Everglade is the one that tells the other girls about what happened. Yes, Headmistress. Now, as Miss Everglade has rightfully noticed, we are rather busy with some of the things that are happening. While this is important, I must get back to work. Thank you, Headmistress. And Mr. Bortusk, be on the lookout for anything else you may find strange. I know you have other things to worry about now, but... She looks at you, Olive. Miss Everglade has a particular talent for finding trouble. He nods his head. He says, "Come on."
Olive's gonna follow him.
Lead you out. We switch scenes. Clem.
Yes.
You had just gotten an admonishment from Professor Longbottom. And he was taking you also to Headmistress McGonagall. Guess who you see leaving her office?
I give her eyeballs. I'm too scared to say a single word.
Olive is just gonna flash a look, that kind of look you exchange with your best friends where you're like, you'll hear about this later.
I'm going to give her a look of complete, I'm not sure I will hear about it because I'm pretty sure I'm about to be expelled.
Sure, both of you can go ahead and read between the lines.
Oh, yeah.
With each other. Use your
All
relationships.
I've made today are heart rolls, and that's just the worst stat. It's just the worst. Oh, now I get a partial success. Great. Yeah, now's when I need it most. Wonderful.
Yeah, so I think you can both somehow, even though it's one of my most hated pet peeves of the I give a look that says.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. But it is you somehow manage to read each other's nonsensical looks, and you can gather what each other is sort of implying, maybe with like, I don't know how a look can really say anything, but you manage to do it. And Clem, you get sort of marched into the office before the door even closes, and you hear Headmistress McGonagall sigh, "Oh, wonderful. Yes, Professor Longbottom." Headmistress, I'm sorry. I thought there was some news that you should hear. I believe Miss Goosanders here has something to tell you. All right. Go ahead.
Professor McGonagall, I've done something extremely bad, and I totally understand if you want to expel me. I completely understand. I would probably expel me. I didn't think it was as bad as it is, but I realize now...
What happened?
Last year, when we were in the Vanished Wing, on our way out, I saw that there were textbooks, and I was interested. I took a textbook from the Vanished Wing, and I'm so sorry.
From the Vanished Wing?
Yes, it was a Dark Creatures textbook. I'm very interested in dark creatures, and I became interested after I took the book, really. And I'm so sorry. I realize now that I definitely shouldn't have done that, and I'm very, very sorry, and I totally understand if you want to expel me. Also, someone took it.
I've already taken 50 points from Gryffindor, Headmistress McGonagall, and I've already suggested that Miss Goosanders will probably receive a detention.
Well, a busy night for the Gryffindors, then, isn't it?
Headmistress?
Young Miss Everglade was just in here receiving a punishment of her own.
I'm sorry, what happened?
Oh, you'll find out rather soon, dear. I'm sure. However, this is most troubling. Where is the textbook now?
Professor McGonagall, I don't know. What happened was I usually kept it under my bed, because I like to read it at night, and I left it there, and I went to go get it today, and I took it down to the breakfast.
Things are beginning to fall into place, I think.
It exploded, Professor McGonagall, and it put our friend Alex in the hospital wing, which was very scary, and I knew that someone might be trying to hurt us, which is why I came to Professor Longbottom.
Now I believe Miss Everglade's situation is making more sense. Given everything that happened in the Vanished Wing last year to all of you, I can say that I'm very surprised at your inquisitive nature. However, your inquisitive nature could in fact be quite
harmful to you if you're not careful. Things you don't understand. There is a reason that the Dark Creatures class is for 6th and 7th years, Miss Goosanders, as I told you before. And yet, you didn't mention it to me then either.
I'm sorry. Professor McGonagall, could I say goodbye to my friends first?
Goodbye for what, dear?
Well, you're going to expel me, right? I mean...
Why would I expel you for showing interest in a topic? This is a school, dear. Surely you're aware of that.
Well, I mean, I guess if you put it like that.
Oh, Professor Longbottom has already subtracted 50 points for Gryffindor. You've already been punished, but I think perhaps this conversation will serve as enough punishment.
Mistress.
No detention will be required, Professor Longbottom. However, if you do locate this book, I expect you to return it to me.
Yes, of course.
Very well. You are dismissed. I have quite a lot of work to do.
Professor, sorry, Headmistress, I made copies of the book. I wrote them out. I can get them and bring them to you if they're so dangerous. I don't want my friends getting hurt. I didn't think of it that way. Me, I don't mind, but them, definitely not.
You made copies of the book?
Yeah, I wrote, I wrote copies out by hand for my friends.
How long did that take you, dear? You know there are copy quills.
Well, I didn't know that, and I was in my, I don't have a lot to do at my grand's, so I was waiting for school to start, and I just wanted to give my friends a gift, so it was kind of honestly, I kind of like doing the hard work. It kind of makes it more meaningful, you know? I think I'd still do it the same.
I'd like to look at them. I would like to make sure that there is nothing dangerous about them, and then you may have them back, assuming that they are safe.
Of course, Professor. Headmistress, I'm so sorry. Yes, of course.
I will suggest, though, having made copies, you've read the books. As I said, the books are intended for older students. Originally, it appears that this was a 3rd and 4th year class here in Hogwarts. We have decided that anything involving the Vanished Wing shall only be addressed by older students, 6th and 7th years. Things that you may have read in those books can be very scary. Be careful.
I didn't find them.
Sanders.
Yes, of course. I'll be very careful. If it helps, I didn't really find it that scary. I feel like there are scarier things. But yes.
A Gryffindor at heart, then. You are dismissed, Miss Goosanders.
Thank you, Headmistress.
Professor Longbottom says,
Says, good evening, headmistress. I'll contact you if anything else arises.
Thank you, Professor Longbottom. Good night. And he walks out with you and he says,
Miss Goosanders, I'm sorry I reacted harshly.
It's okay. You were right to be worried. I'm sorry that I worried you.
Just make sure that you're careful. As I said, I've had some very... Well, I've spoken to Olive, Miss Everglade previously. I've had friends that were very curious, and they like to go off on their own. It can be very dangerous.
Professor Longbottom, I don't mean to... this is probably going to come out wrong, but kind of the worst and most dangerous things have already happened to me in my life, so I don't find this scary necessarily. I know I should be careful, but the worst things have already happened, so...
Right. Still want you to be careful, though.
Yeah.
I'll walk you back to your common room.
Professor, you don't have to. I could head that way by myself.
You sure?
You probably are very busy. Yeah. I took you from your lunch, so, I'm good. I'll head that way.
All right. Have a good day.
You too.
and he walks off.
This was like lunch, right? So did we have classes to go to after this?
Yeah, definitely.
I think I'll probably head straight to class.
Gryffindors have herbology.
Oh. Lovely.
Gryffindors have herbology. The Ravenclaws have defense against the dark arts, and you do share herbology with Rosie.
Okay.
So, I think that, do you go back to your common room first? What do you do?
I probably would need to get supplies for class, so I'm gonna head back to the common room.
Okay.
Get my things.
You head back to the common room to get your stuff. When you walk in, you see Olive there with the 7th year head student prefect, Silas Bortusk. The other Gryffindors that are around are just kind of, they look like they're looking at some kind of like scene or something. Like Silas has Olive sort of near the front of the common room, and everyone's sort of stirring a bit. And he says,
there's Miss Goosanders. I believe everyone is here. Miss Everglade?
Right. Hello everyone. I just wanted to let you know that earlier today I rifled through everyone's belongings in Gryffindor Tower. and did so because someone stole something from myself and another student and attempted to hide their theft. So I assumed it must have come from somewhere in Gryffindor Tower, since no one else knows our password and couldn't possibly get into our dormitory. And I went looking for evidence and found nothing. But I did make a big mess, and I will clean it up if you want me to, or if you never want me to touch your things again, I will leave it be. But that's what happened, and I'm very sorry I went through your things without any of your permission.
Of course you didn't find anything. You think we're thieves?
I don't think you're thieves. I know one person is a thief. There's a difference.
Olive.
What? You said I had to explain myself. I'm explaining myself. That's what happened. I owned up to it. I'm not telling lies. But I'm not going to stand here and pretend like my belongings weren't tampered with in the first place and replaced with a fake to try and fool me. This is not just my belongings being stolen, it's also high-level magic being done to try to cover it up. So you should be concerned about this and not just chastising me for my tone.
If it's high-level magic, then how could we do it?
Oh, well, excuse me for thinking you're capable of high-level magic. I will never make that mistake again.
We're second years. What do you expect?
Well, I myself have performed spells beyond first year when I was
Well, aren't
first year
you
student.
fantastic, Miss
Well, aren't
Thief?
you rude?
Excuse me?
There's lots of chatter that begins to erupt. People start to yell, like all the Gryffindor girls start to yell.
All right, calm down.
Excuse me for thinking that you are a talented witch who can perform magic well beyond her years. Excuse me for having some faith in my dorm mates.
Faith? Is that why you rifled through our things and ruined the room?
I didn't take anything, and I certainly didn't report
How do we know
anyone
that?
for the
How do we know you're
contraband
not a
that I
thief?
found.
You were caught.
Olive's just gonna look at Clem and see how she's reacting.
The moment she looks at me, I'm gonna walk to her side and I'm gonna say, you should all be grateful that she tried to find this thief when none of you even knew that these things were happening. Your things could have been stolen too. So
Why didn't you just
should
tell
all
the
be grateful.
prefect?
Really? When has that worked for you in the past?
I actually
Honestly.
told Professor Longbottom. So there.
So
And
you
nothing
still rifled
happened.
through our things?
Well,
It was at the
I didn't know she told Professor Longbottom. Point of
told
the
her.
matter is, Clem's right. Anyone else's things could have been stolen, and you can be as mad at me as you want. You can hate me, and that's fine, and I deserve it. I shouldn't have touched your things without your permission, but someone took something valuable and tried to disguise it with really powerful magic. And if that doesn't frighten you, if the thing that concerns you more than that is the fact that your classmate went through your knickers, then I don't know what to tell you.
My
And Olive's
knickers?
Olive's gonna cross her arms and go, well, what do you expect? I had to search through your clothes too. She's gonna sit down with her arms like this.
Laurel Buckton looks so angry. She has a wiry body, a mischievous face, a grim face, and mischievous eyes, and she's got her arms crossed across her chest, and she's staring daggers at you. She's been the one that's the most vocal here amongst the girls.
What was her name again?
Laurel Bucktown.
Laurel Bucktown. Okay.
Yeah.
Do I have any negative relationships with any of these people now?
Now you do.
Yeah, I figured. I'm just, adding it.
We'll address that at the end of the session.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Silas, sort of like, he clears his throat and he's looking at some of the other, prefects that are here. Not all of them are here, but let's see. I think that wouldn't be her. Probably Alexis Knotts, who is the 6th year girls prefect. Probably he looks at her like pleadingly, and she hops up to join him, and she says, "All right, everybody, calm down. Obviously, there has a problem, and the prefects will be looking into it. Silas has already cast a spell to detect any magical malfeasance. Did your spell show anything else?" "Well, there was another pair of footsteps leading away from the scene. It didn't look like they were a part of, anyone from the 2nd year girls. From what I can tell, they led back down into the common room and out of the portrait. So they are someone that managed to make their way through Lady Magnolia's portrait. But beyond that, their traces were scattered."
You
Right?
say make their way through, like they must not be a Gryffindor if they left?
Well, to enter through Lady Magnolia's portrait, there's not many ways you could do it without violence.
They could have disguised themselves, or they could be a Gryffindor who's working with someone in another house and they went to meet them.
It could in fact be a polyjuice potion as well, if they were able to find out the password. Has anybody been lax in their security with the password?
Several people look like a little bit like, ugh. There's a few faces that are just,
I might have said it a bit loud when some other students were around. Me too. Well, that's bloody brilliant. Well, everyone be on the lookout. Miss Everglade will be sure to get the room back into shape. Right, Miss Everglade?
Right.
And I will help.
I can help too.
Lily says,
I'll help.
Thanks, Lily.
she looks at you out of the corner of her eye. You can try and read a person.
Oh gosh, I don't even know if I want to. But let's try it. Oh, yeah, now I succeed on a heart roll.
You can ask 2 questions.
Oh gosh. How do they see me?
Lily is definitely unhappy that this happened. For sure. The sort of like side-eyed look, she doesn't look you right in the eyes. I think that something has upset her. And I think that she probably sees you as the cause.
What are they planning?
She's probably planning to help you clean, but I think knowing her for a year now, she's probably thinking of the best way to talk to you.
Okay. Olive is just going to silently start cleaning.
Okay. You head up, and Silas begins to help, casting a few spells to get things sort of back into shape. And Clem goes to help, and Lily goes to help. And we're going to switch scenes. As the lunchtime ends, we head on over to Rosie. Rosie, you have headed to your next class, which happens to be herbology. As you're waiting there, and class is just about to start, like it is right before class. You're probably like looking around, still no Clem, still no Olive, as Professor Longbottom looks like he's about to wave his wand and close the door. You can see Olive and Clem just narrowly make their way through the door.
Wait, Professor. Okay. Whew. They almost missed the door. They're right there. See, I told you they would come. I knew they would come. I knew they wouldn't be late. They're right here. Are y'all okay? No? Clem? Olive?
It's been a day.
Oh.
The Gryffindors probably are giving Clem and Olive major stink eyes.
Oh my gosh. Clem, did you fart in the common room?
Oh, I wish. So much worse.
It's worse than that? Do you want me to... Hey! Stop looking at my friends like that!
Rosie.
What? What? No more mashed potatoes if you keep looking at me like that. Just gonna... You know that thing where people just like jerk their necks at people? That's what Rosie's doing. Like a animalistic fend off face. Come on. And I'm gonna usher him to a seat far away from everyone. But every step over there, Rosie's like mean mugging everyone around her. Okay. You just sit here. You don't have to tell me anything. I've been taking all this food to give to Hagrid later. He made a list. I have a whole list written out. But I have some extra treacle tarts. Do you want one?
Yes, I will take one. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna take one for sure.
Olive, are you on a hunger strike? Because I went on a hunger strike when I was 4, and I understand. But if you... No treacle tart?
I'm not hungry.
Okay, I'll put that away. Would you like me to talk or be quiet?
The moment Olive says that she's not hungry, I'm gonna take the treacle tart that I was just about to eat and put it down.
Does it smell bad? Is it stinky? It's new. I just got it.
Oh no, it's really good. I just, so I almost got expelled.
What?
I mean, the Welsh, they didn't say that I was almost expelled, but it felt like I was gonna be almost expelled.
Did you punch someone?
No. Again, I wish. That would be a nicer way to go out. I told Professor Longbottom about the book, and, he yelled at me a lot. And it was...
He didn't yell?
Yeah, it was the worst moment of
no
my...
idea.
No, it wasn't the worst moment of my life, but it was pretty bad. And then I had to go to Professor McGonagall, and I lost 50 points for Gryffindor. And I had to go to Professor McGonagall and be all like, I'm sorry. It was awful.
Are you sweaty? Because that would make me pretty sweaty. You lost 50 points?
Yeah.
I'm really upset for you, but at the same time, I'm a little overjoyed the Gryffindors have had nothing but wins. I'm really sorry about that, though. It's not fun to get in trouble. Do you want a hug?
You know what? Yeah, I'll take a hug. I'll take a hug this time, yeah.
All right, mind the cloak, and I'm gonna throw my cloak away from, like, maybe, like, push it behind me. It's filled with food, so I don't want her to smush it. Here you go. It's gonna be okay. And, punishment and time are imaginary, so this will all pass.
Okay. Yeah, that's
and
good.
The points
I like
are made
that.
up. They don't even matter.
Oh, okay. I mean, these guys think it matters a lot, actually.
Okay, well,
so that's,
I will personally. I will when I'm supposed to season their food. I won't season it. It'll be
Thank you.
saltless, no pepper, pumpkin
you.
spice. I don't even know her. Disgusting. It'll taste awful.
Olive, are you okay?
I also lost 50 points. And we still don't know who stole the book. And for all the punishments and the yelling and the disappointment, we are no closer to knowing who did this.
Okay. Y'all lost 50 points separate to each other? You weren't even together?
No.
It's 100 points.
That's kind of impressive if you think about it, like points. It's kind of.
Wait, the points don't matter? Is that what you're gonna say?
Points don't matter.
Yeah.
Points don't matter at all. Names and times are made up. I didn't even know
None of this
magic
has
was
meaning,
real.
really, when you think
Except
about
our
it.
friendship and our lives, and we have those things. In food, we still have food. And everything's gonna be okay.
Unless I get expelled and kicked out, and then I can't eat because I'm on the
I don't
streets.
think you're gonna get expelled. I don't think
I'm not
McGonagall would
feeling
do.
good.
Okay, I'm gonna put my hands in front of her mouth just in case she vomits. Are you okay?
No, I'm good. I just jammed the treacle tart into my mouth.
That's not normally how I treat nausea, but I probably have a potion somewhere for that. You just.
So it's okay.
No, the tart will be fine. The tart will work great.
Do you have another one? I just
Oh yeah, this is the one I'll
thank you.
turn down. Yeah.
Oh.
No. Personal choice. That's what you that's how you want to do it. That's how you want to do it. And now you have class with Longbottom after he yelled at you?
Yeah.
Okay. Olive, who caught you? What did you do? I mean, do you want to talk about it? Or not talk about it? I'm kind of interested, but you don't have to say a word. I could just sit here. I could meditate.
I tried to talk to Lady Magnolis and figure out if anyone had been acting suspicious coming in and out of the common room, and she was absolutely useless. So I went to the tower, went through the belongings of all the other girls, knew that Lady Magnolis would rat me out as having just been through there, so I reported it to the prefect, thinking he would just go up, poke around the room a bit, and then report it to someone else. And instead, he performed a really impressive bit of magic that recreated what had happened, which was me. I watched myself rifle through everyone's belongings next to the prefect, who I had just told that it was so awful that I don't even know how to begin to describe how awful it was. He immediately knew I was lying. McGonagall knew I was lying, and got in trouble, lost house points, and no one seems that concerned, other than the girls being upset that I touched all their things. But no one seems worried that maybe someone's going to steal their stuff and jinx it, or curse them, or that the thief is still out there. So,
did they have embarrassing things? They might have just been mad because they had embarrassing stuff.
Loads.
Yeah.
What did
I didn't even report it.
Who had what?
Was it like pictures of boy bands? I used to keep a picture of a boy band in my journal.
What was the worst thing you found?
A fork. A knife.
No.
A pet frog hidden away in a secret compartment.
How was that bad?
A man made of wood.
Why would that be bad?
Old mashed potatoes. Am I
Rosie,
getting closer?
you have that in your belongings.
In your pocket right now,
I kind of
actually.
just wanted to know that I wasn't alone.
Yes, I found loads of old mashed potatoes. You are definitely not alone in that, Rosie.
I told you. It's
Yeah.
It's normal to keep mashed potatoes in your pocket. I told y'all. I knew it.
Totally.
Did you read anybody's diary?
No.
She would never.
I was just
looking-
checking. Who would do that?
Clem.
Only a
I wasn't
monster.
trying to be, snooping. I just
Clem,
thought maybe
you would read someone's diary?
I said no.
But you said no like this.
Who would do that?
That's not the same. You can't say no
Listen,
and then
I'm just
look
saying,
down
if
all
you're
coy.
starting an investigation, like, if it's a real investigation.
you think I didn't do a real investigation.
No, I know that you did a real investigation. That's why I want you to give me the dirt.
I didn't read anyone's diaries.
Oh. Well, I think I
try to
just learned
respect
something
that
about real
decision.
investigations just now.
What
I
did you
tried to
learn?
be respectful.
I mean, I learned that if Olive is not going to do it in her real investigation, then I probably shouldn't do it in my real investigations. It's
You've
probably
been doing
a moral.
Hey, I have a question. How come everybody's investigating stuff but me?
Miss Earthcloud, do you have a question?
I was just wondering where you got that cloak from, Professor. You look fantastic today.
My wife gave it to me, actually.
That's so thoughtful. Thank you for sharing. Sorry for bothering you. I should probably be more quiet.
Now, to continue with the lesson,
And Professor Longbottom continues on with his lesson about herbology. We switch scenes to the hospital wing, also known as the second home of Swaff, where Alexander is getting a salve applied to his hand, shortly followed by some bandages. It feels a bit like really cold aloe vera or something going on a burn, and it's got a weird, funky smell. As Madame Pomfrey's putting on. What's interesting is Madame Pomfrey's movements normally are very slow and, aged, but she is very deft at wrapping your hand and whatnot and applying the salve. And she says, "Oh, nasty bit of business, this burn."
I'm lucky. I think it could have been like maybe a lot more of me if I hadn't. Yeah.
You should be very careful with curses and such. They can appear just about anywhere.
Yeah, well, I found that out the hard way, I guess.
Don't worry, the salve should be doing work already. You should feel some tingling. Is it tingling?
Yeah, it's tingly and cold. Cold
Good.
and tingly.
Good.
And she just does like a really light pat to make sure that the bandage is on properly.
Yep, that's good. Thank you very much.
And good work there, Madame Pomfrey. Still can't believe you're Madame Pomfrey.
Hagrid, how's your memories and stuff coming along?
Oh, they're really good.
Are you sure? What if
I'm
I do
really
like
not. I don't know if they're good or
Okay.
not. Everyone's gotta tell me if they're good.
Right. Well, what if I do like a quiz and we'll see what things you remember?
All right. What you got?
Well, why don't we make the topic magical creatures since you know lots about them, right?
Oh yeah, I know loads about magical creatures.
Okay. How why don't I just do this? What's your favorite dragon?
Oh, favorite dragon. Well, I don't know if I have a favorite. I like them all.
You can do maybe a top 3 or some that you... Well, have you ever seen a dragon in person?
Oh, yeah. Seen several dragons in person.
Have you pet one?
Well, that depends on your definition of pet.
Like this, where you gently... Have you felt with the scales... How do dragons feel when you put your hands on them?
Oh, well, I suppose they feel rather rough.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And warm probably too.
Well, that depends on where it is that you feel their scales.
Oh, that's interesting. All right, another magical creature. What about unicorns? Have you ever met a unicorn?
Seen one. I think I met one. I'm not sure. But as far as dragons go, I suppose if I had to pick one, I do like a Norwegian Ridgeback.
Yeah, I think the name's pretty cool.
What? What name? The Norwegian Ridgeback?
Yeah, Norwegian Ridgeback, because it's just cool. If you were to name a dragon, what kind of name would you give a dragon if you had one in your care? I can suggest a name, maybe you can see if you like it.
Oh, what you got?
What about Clifford?
Clifford's a right proper name.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad, that.
I think so too. A friend told me about a dragon named Clifford, so I didn't get to see it.
What do you think about Norbert?
Norbert?
Right.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's good. I think that's a good name too, for sure. What about a unicorn?
Unicorn?
Do you think so? A good unicorn name?
Should be something majestic, like. You know, since they're all majestic and stuff.
Yeah, they're very cool. I seen one once.
How about Dave?
I think that's perfect.
Right. Dave.
Yeah. Oh. I'm trying. I can only think about dragons and unicorns right now. Well, magical creatures. What are some other ones that you like?
Magical creatures? Oh, I could go on for days. Magical creatures. I love them all.
I hold up my hand. I'll be here for a little while, so maybe not days, but...
Right. How'd you hurt your hand?
Oh, cursed fire from a trapped book that was disguised as another book.
A book disguised as another book?
Yeah. See, I thought the book might be disguised and I undisguised it, but then I didn't check for curses. So, like, I've added that to my mental checklist for investigating things now. Illusions and then curses, and then I'll probably just add physical traps on top of that. So I've got a step-by-step investigation process now.
That's right, Smart. Hermione would be good friends with you.
Hermione?
Right.
Okay.
You know Hermione?
It depends. I think it's a common name. It depends what one you mean.
Oh, the Hermione I know isn't common. She's real smart, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I haven't met her, I don't think. But I've heard the name for sure.
Hermione Granger.
Yeah. Sounds smart, probably really smart. Like maybe the smartest, like smart enough to maybe be like Minister of Magic or something like that sort of level of smart.
I'm sure she could do it. One day at least. I mean, well, she's supposed to be all grown up now, isn't she?
Yeah, maybe she'll stop in if she's an old friend.
You think? I'm right curious what she looked like now.
Yeah, if I hadn't had to be here, I would have stopped in at some point to see you, Hagrid. And I haven't known you near as long as Miss Granger has, so I'm sure if she's not busy doing grown-up Miss Granger things, then she'd be around.
We known each other long.
Well, since I've been at the school. Mm-hmm.
And how long you been there?
Oh, well, I'm in second year, so a full year and then a little bit.
Well, sorry I don't remember.
It's okay. I don't take it personally. I mean, if your memory was fine, you didn't remember me, that'd be a problem. But something happened, so it's not your fault. And you're doing your best to remember, so that's what counts.
Well, Madam Pumphrey there says I'm doing, I'm doing all right. I'm starting to remember some things, like, you remember... I lost it.
Was it a people remember, or...
Right. Professor Snape. He did something real bad.
You sure?
Yeah. Something real bad.
Okay. Well, what about good things? Do you remember any good things, maybe? There's probably better things to try and remember than bad things, right?
Oh, yeah. Good things.
Oh, what about birthday presents? Do you remember any good birthday presents? Because there was always...
Birthday presents? Well, I got Harry a cake once when he was a first year. He didn't even know he was a wizard. Harry Potter didn't even know he was a wizard.
But you got to tell him, so that's pretty cool then, right?
That's right. I got him a cake and everything, but I sat on it.
Well, I mean, that happens. Cakes are squishy.
Still ate it though. Rather nice of him.
Yeah, well, for me, food is about taste rather than presentation, so squished or not tastes the same, right?
Right. In fact, I even got some rock cakes earlier from a nice student. She came by and dropped them off. She said it was my recipe and everything.
Oh, that was probably Rosie. She's one of my friends.
Right.
She's really good at cooking.
Really nice, like.
Yeah, I mean, you might be her favorite professor, and she doesn't even have a class with you yet, but...
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah, well...
Now I feel very bad that I can't remember.
No, but Rosie doesn't feel bad about it. She's probably happy that she gets to surprise you with how nice she is again. She always sees like the positive, happy side of things. That's Rosie.
Hagrid looks over at the empty basket of rock cakes. Says, "You think she'll come back with more rock cakes?"
Probably, definitely, for sure. And if I get out, I can ask her to bring you some more, and we can stop by and we can see if you remember anything else.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Good. Well, I remember lots of things, so if you have questions, you can ask me, and I'll fill you in. Maybe it'll jog your memory.
Right. Do you know where, for some reason I remember a very tall woman. Taller than me, even.
Taller than you?
Oh, yeah.
Not many people taller than you, Hagrid.
Right.
Is Nanny Buckland taller than Hagrid? I know she's really tall.
About the same height.
Well, Nanny Buckland is really tall, but I think she's maybe around about the same height as you.
Nanny Buckland, she was that woman that came by.
She brought me in, yeah.
Right. She seemed nice.
Tall? She is. She's also, like, really brave and strong, too, so...
Is she?
Yeah, I thought I saw a werewolf once, and she ran out there to fight it, and it turned out it was just a big dog. Do you remember any big dogs?
Big dog? Yeah. Fang. Surprised they haven't brought Fang about.
I know a different big dog.
Oh, you mean Dudley? Where'd he go?
Yeah, Dudley. Oh, was he here with you?
You can see like there's like a lump that you think is a blanket, like in the next to the wall, probably like right next to one of the beds. Like there's a big lump that looks like a blanket against the wall.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there he is. He is. There he's over there. I didn't see him at first.
Oh, Dudley.
You see like a head just like sleepily look up.
Yeah, I was kind of scared of Dudley at first.
You thought Dudley was a werewolf?
Yeah, I had been reading about werewolves, and it was late at night, and then I saw
Come here,
Dudley just running. Yeah, but even before I thought he was a werewolf, I was scared because we know he's really big.
Come here, Dudley. Come here. Yeah, come here.
His tail's like
nice.
Whapping against one of the beds. The bed's like moving, like from the strength of his tail. And he goes,
"Oh, that's a good boy. That's a good boy. Good boy, Dudley. Dudley, go over to."
And Hagrid looks at you.
Go say hello.
That's Alex.
Salix.
Alex. I'm sorry.
Oh, Alex. Sorry.
Yeah.
Dudley trots over to you. You can see he's like shoulders are above the top of the bed, you know, like.
Yeah. Hey, Dudley.
And he just, he mashes his face against you.
There we go. Well, at least you've got Dudley for company.
There's a trail of drool slime that just...
Yep. I just put some covers underneath them. There we go. Well, I hope that your memory repair? Healing?
Well, Madam Pumphrey said that it should return eventually, because of the fact that I'm half giant.
Oh, that's handy. I didn't know that. I thought maybe... Oh yeah, that makes sense. You're sturdier than... Your brain's sturdier too.
Yeah, an account of magic don't stick too good to giants in general.
Right. Well, that's lucky. So how long did he think it will be, though?
No idea.
Wow. Well, at least you still remember all the stuff about magical creatures, so you can get back to class at some point.
I hope so. Although that professor came by, said she was Luna Lovegood. I know Luna, I can't believe that's Luna now. Although she did dress real similar like.
I met that professor, but she said her name was Professor Scamander.
Oh, right. Sorry. Said she got married.
Right.
I always thought her and Neville would end up together.
Oh, Professor Longbottom?
Right. Thinking Neville as a professor makes sense. He's herbology, don't it?
I guess so. He's a good professor. I like his class. Although in first year in the first class, I did lose points right away. I touched something I shouldn't have.
Oh. You put your fingers in your nose or something?
No, I touched a plant that lashed out violently. Yeah, but I mean that's how I learn things. Yeah, I learn not to do that, and then I get burned by a cursed book, and I learn not to forget to check for curses. So it's just, just my learning path, I guess. Mistakes or getting almost hurt.
Oh yeah. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I've pretty much gotten hurt by everything at this point, I think.
Yeah,
Been here loads of times myself.
Me and my friends are here pretty often. We thought about making special pillowcases that we could use just for in here at some point, but I don't know if we got around to it.
No, I don't think Madam Pumphrey would take too kindly to that.
All right, yeah. Well, when you remember everything, you can tell me about all the times you've been in here.
All right. That's good, Alex.
Yep.
You hear like a sort of grumbling sound come from Hagrid.
Oh, sorry. Must be time for dinner soon.
Wonder if I can go soon and then I can get you some.
Oh.
He looks over to Madame Pomfrey, like, expectantly. She's still, like, making her way through the beds, like, back to the station. She's pushing the little cart. She's going approximately 0.25 miles per hour.
Yeah, I'll at dinner time, I'll bring some. I'll see if Rosie has any more rock cakes, and we'll bring some for you.
Oh, that sounds good.
Good.
He says I should probably get back to sleep.
Maybe you'll dream some memories and remember.
Maybe. Good night.
He leans back. He's out before his before his head hits the pillow.
mostly nude.
The windows begin to shake in their frames, and that's a good place for us to take our break. Already.
It's going by so fast.
Yes. Time for break already.
So you agree? You think Hagrid and me should be friends?
I think Hagrid should be friends with everybody. Everybody needs a Hagrid.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, does that mean we all get to be friends with Hagrid?
If you mean, do you get to add a relationship point? No. You get to do social activities for those. But we are going to take a little bit of a break. We are going to try and take a little bit of a break here, folks. Give the cast a chance to use the bathroom and have a snack, etc. If you haven't done so, please make sure you follow all of these lovely people. You can head on over to tablestory.tv/WAW. Go follow them on all of the places. And if you have yourself a Prime sub that you haven't used yet, consider throwing it their way. Go ahead and get yourself some emotes. Go support them. They totally deserve it. They're lovely people and excellent role players. But we're going to take a little bit of a break. Hang tight for more Witchcraft and Wizardry. We'll be back in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody, to Table Stories Witchcraft and Wizardry. We return, I think, a bit later in the day. Dinner time rolls around, and our group is deciding what to do with their night, I think. We find everybody in the Great Hall, unless you had different plans for dinner this evening.
Well, I think at some point Rosalina's either gonna dip in the middle or near the end to deliver, 80 plates of food to Hagrid.
Yeah, I mean, I would flag that definitely.
So I think what would happen then is everyone would be in the Great Hall then for dinner, and you would see Alex making his way towards the table.
I even packed you. I was gonna bring you sausages to dinner. Here you go. I made you a plate of sausages. I was gonna bring him to the hospital wing.
I have bandages and stuff on your hand.
Yeah.
Do you need somebody to feed you? Can you use your hands?
I have another one. Yeah, it's just this one that's bandaged.
Okay. I won't feed you then. You got it yourself. You're a boy.
Thanks. I was talking to Hagrid. He ran out of rock cakes. So if you have any more,
Yeah, I have beef stew, loaf of bread, mince with mash, treacle tarts, pumpkin juice. He needs rock cakes too. I can try to sneak off to the kitchen after dinner and make those.
well, I thought maybe he may have had some, but I'm sure his tummy was rumbling a bunch.
ate 'em.
As well. Of course.
I ate them. They weren't good, but I did eat the rock cakes out of stress last night.
Hagrid really liked them, so.
His teeth. I think his teeth may be a little stronger than mine.
Oh, he is, because he's half giant. He's half giant, twice as tough.
Oh, I like that. The table. Maybe you did miss some things while you were gone.
Yeah, what happened?
Do you want me to tell him or do you want to tell him?
Oh, I can.
Not anything
Good or
very
Alex.
good.
Thing?
Alex, you can try and notice something for me, please.
Okay.
This would be either your relationship with Clem or with Olive.
They are the same. I'll go with Olive since
Wow.
she's at the top. A 9.
Yeah, you notice something about the various students in the Great Hall sort of looking at Olive. You can ask me a question from the Notice Something list.
Yeah, I mean, I guess what did it look like?
Yeah. There's lots of students that are giving Olive a mean look. Maybe you see you notice them looking at Olive because of her position in the seating arrangement, sitting next to Clem. She's probably on the outside or something, and more students are looking at her.
So there was lots of people doing this.
Are they still doing it?
Sorry, should I have said nothing?
We may have lost a few house points since yesterday.
I mean, I've lost house points.
It's a little different, Alex.
Bunch.
We
How
lost
many?
100.
How many?
Ooh, that's more than I've lost.
I don't even know if I could count that high without a pen and paper.
Well, what happened was, did you hit someone? Is everyone okay?
That's what I asked. That was my first question. Did they deck someone in the face? And apparently not.
You're both sort of, well, I guess all three of you are kind of feisty and...
You think I'm feisty? You heard that?
You can get, you have a streak, I guess, that sort of, you know, I'm gonna kill you and bury your body streak sometimes, so...
I would never kill anyone or bury their body. I would probably threaten it, though. But only with you when I thought I was a spy. You did it too, Alex. You said we dug a hole for Ashley's body once.
Yeah, I got caught up in the moment.
Yeah, I was just heated. And her face makes me sweat profusely out of anger.
Yeah, so no violence?
No, Olive broke into everybody's stuff in the common room, and and Clem told Professor Strongbottom that she stole a book from the room. What was it? The dark creatures room.
I have a copy of that. Am I gonna lose points?
Speaking of which, I'm gonna need all of your copies back. Professor,
Wait. Should Alex touch it? I'm concerned.
No, the copies that I made are fine. Headmistress McGonagall just wants to see them to make sure that the information in them is all fine and everything, and then she's gonna give them back, but I don't know how long it's gonna take.
Okay.
But anyway, I'll need those back from you guys. I'm sorry.
Sure, that's fine. Well, Olive, yeah, you went through everyone's stuff?
I was looking for evidence for who stole the book from us.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it would be more obvious. I thought maybe I would find something that looked suspicious, or like a textbook on how to be sneaky and cast evil spells, and instead I just found everyone's personal belongings and made everyone hate me. So, not super productive.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what I'll say? I'll say that everyone's going to feel real lucky that you did that once we find out who the thief was and how they were like trying to kill all of us and also destroy Hogwarts or something, because you're the hero of Hogwarts and they just clearly need to remember that.
So a couple things. First off, people won't hate you forever for a couple reasons, as people are too busy doing other things, and also you are actually really nice.
And the points are imaginary. I keep saying that, Alex. The points are imaginary.
And the other thing is, I mean, I don't think it would have been another second year, because they layered a really good illusion and then a nasty curse trap spell, and I mean, maybe you could pull that off. Maybe.
Are you kidding? Olive could totally pull that off. Olive could pull that off in her sleep.
Look, I don't think that a second year did the magic, but the second year could have just took the book and handed it off to someone else.
Right, maybe they're working as a team.
Maybe they didn't even know that the person had sinister ulterior motives. Maybe they thought that they were helping a friend, or
an older student was like, hey, they were trying to impress an older student by helping them or something.
Exactly.
That's a good point.
Who do we know who wants the book?
Well,
David. We don't know why, though.
I mean, he said when we were in the hospital ring, right, he wanted to get it to help Roger so that maybe he could... He basically wanted to impress the headmistress so that he could do the Dark Creatures class, right?
Right, but I also said to a prefect today that I didn't remember messing with everyone's belongings. And I don't think I'm the only one at Hogwarts that's good at telling lies, so...
Yeah, but... I mean... David does make me feel a little uncomfortable, but then it also makes sense that he has this impressive granddad and he wants to live up to it by, like, you know, he's here and does the reputation and he wants to come along and say, hey, look, I'm really cool too. I helped this ghost find this thing and I solved the mystery. So let me get in and do this cool thing because I'm just as cool as my granddad. You know,
yeah, except no one knows who his granddad even is. It's like, what reputation?
Who?
What? Barney, you know who's...
Barney's
Barney
not there at the moment, not yet.
Barney? Oh, Barney's not here. Well, his granddad is, like... He's, like, a super cool, old school American horror type fella. Like, famous. Famous.
It's like FBI?
Horror?
Horror. Like horrors, but the
Oh my god, I thought he was a murderer, and I was like, why would Barney be proud of that?
Yeah, and he's also the headmaster of their school now, so... You know.
Well, maybe I should get Headmistress McGonagall to adopt me. Then I can live up to that potential.
Does she like you right now?
No. No.
So, my dad's gonna adopt you. They did it once already. Your turn's next.
Then you'd be sisters.
Oh, we would be sisters. And we're so different. It could be fun. It's very sisterly dynamic, you know? You're dark hair, kind of mysterious. I'm less dark, kind of dark hair. Not mysterious at all. Everybody knows what I'm thinking at all times because I don't know how to shut my mouth. You know what I mean? Could be fun.
Okay, yeah.
I'll write them a letter. I'm already doing it, actually. I'm putting a stamp on it.
Float it by them, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'll have to think of a way to break the news to my gran. So I'm not really sure she'll...
And you'll just have extra parents.
That's true.
What if...
I'm not even sure she'd notice.
What if your gran adopts Rosie's dad's?
I think probably the scenario where my gran's not involved in any decision-making process is a better road on that one.
I think my dad's might be too old. I think you have to be like under 18 or you have to go to like special circumstances court. And I don't know much about court, but I do know that I think the government is phony. So I'd rather not go to court if we don't have to.
Okay. Just a gentleman's agreement on adoption.
Yeah, my dad could do like a cool handshake with you.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. What's wrong?
What do we do next?
Oh, right.
Well, I gotta tell you, I'm kind of in a let's just be students and not look into anything ever again kind of mood, but give me a couple days.
Days? We have a lead though. We can go and look at 18th century, 17th, whatever year Roger was. Gryffindor students from that year named Andrew.
Right.
That's one lead at least. And then also we have to look into the shadow thing that attacked and figure that out as well. You know? We've got a couple things to research.
Can I maybe take like the evening off from that today, though. Like,
Do you
I
want me to
kind of
bring you
just
a
want
hot cocoa and a snuggly sweater? You could borrow one of mine.
Oh,
Would you
That
like
sound
to go
really nice.
visit Hagrid?
Yeah, I'm going to visit
Yeah.
Hagrid. I'm taking him a 4-course meal, and I can't carry it all myself, so you could help. if you
Dudley's
want.
there too, and he's
Really?
always in
Okay.
it. Yeah.
I'm happy to help Olive after.
Hagrid updates.
oh,
I
What?
think his memory's getting better. Just little
do you-
bits, because I asked him about. I was. Why did you? I ask you questions and stuff? Because rather than trying to help him remember, I just kind of made him not think about remembering, and then mentioned dragons. And he said he really liked Norwegian Ridgebacks, and he thought the name Clifford was super good. And then I asked him, what about a name for a unicorn? And he said, Dave.
Hey, there's a unicorn. We know a unicorn named Dave. That's what a crazy coincidence.
It's not a coincidence. I think it was like he accessed the memory without remembering that he... What?
Oh.
Yeah,
But
something
it's
like
in
that.
there somewhere.
Right, I tricked his brain into remembering it by making him think that he was thinking of something new.
Maybe he was just like manifesting that in the future he would be. I actually don't know where I was going with that.
Something like that.
Either way,
Maybe he just really likes the name Dave.
I mean, even if that's true, though, it's him connecting to something from his past of liking the name Dave. Maybe that's an integral part of who he is.
But like connecting unicorns and Dave together, of all the names he could pick for a unicorn, he picked Dave.
It's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, and he said that his memory is tougher as well because giants, magic doesn't stick to them as well. So the spell didn't affect him like it would one of us. So he's likely to remember things where we wouldn't. So that's good, right? So if we can just keep dropping those little breadcrumbs and stuff, then yeah. Also, he said I was smart like
Wait.
Hermione.
What is it, Rosie?
Bread. What crumbs?
What? No, it's a metaphor.
Oh, you didn't bring him a loaf of bread because I already made him a loaf of bread.
I can't make bread. If anything has to be cooked, I'll leave it to you.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. Sorry.
Well,
I didn't mean to
when you're
interrupt you, Olive.
No, you weren't interrupting anything. Did you want to go bring some food to Hagrid, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs visitors, I think. I mean, he's got Dudley, but he's probably lonely. So we can go visit him if you like.
I wrapped all the plates up, here. I think they're just all sitting in front of Rosie. Instead of eating dinner, she's just been protecting like all 7 of these plates of the different meals she made for Hagrid.
Okay.
These are ones I requested Lottie help us make. So we got his pumpkin juice, treacle tarts, -2 for mysterious reasons. I don't know where the other ones went. Mince with mash and beef stew with a loaf of bread. And I'm sure I have a spare rock cake somewhere, but I might have a nibble out of it.
It's fine. But, well, that's... Are we all going? We all need a bit of a Hagrid recharge?
I'm going to just go back to the common room and study.
Are you
for a bit.
sure? Because there's probably gonna be other Gryffindors there.
The longer I put it off, the worse I'll feel. So I think I need
So
to
you,
sit
like,
in a room.
Let them get it
knowing-
out of their system.
Yeah, and just try to let them let it out, I guess.
You want me to come with you?
I could give you this. And Rosie's gonna give Olive the potion, the Vitamix she has that she made. Here, go. This will, in case things get a little dicey, it'll give you a speedy escape.
Or make you
Thanks,
fight
Rosie.
more harder.
Yeah, or you could
Or
throw a
vigorously.
quick right hook. It does have like a little setback, and we're not too sure what it'll be yet. But if you need it, you should be fine. It just won't make you quite as fast.
Noted. Thank you, Rosie.
You're welcome.
Will you give Hagrid a hug from me?
Oh my god, yeah. Even if he says, who's that? I'll be like, it's Olive, of course, and this is a hug from her. So I gotcha. Covered.
Thank
We
you.
shall give him a Hagrid.
Thanks.
Barney
that was
starts
pretty
to
good.
approach the table.
Oh,
Oh.
Barney.
Hey, Alex, did you see? Ravenclaw's in first place now.
Barney.
What? What's wrong?
I'm just going to go back to Gryffindor Tower, so,
Yep. It's okay.
it was good seeing you, Barney, and we'll catch up later.
Did I say something
Good
wrong?
luck with Hagrid. And Olive's just gonna kind of grab her stuff and head out.
I just remembered that I left something in the common room. I gotta go. I'll see you guys later. And I get up and I go after Olive.
Okay.
Bye.
What
Did I say something weird?
No.
What did they not like me?
No,
If they don't like anybody, it's me. Don't even worry about it.
Barney, I don't think there's any way anyone
It don't
could.
smell that bad.
You don't smell bad. See, the thing is, we're only in first place because Gryffindor lost points.
Oh.
A few points, just a few.
Oh no.
No, oh, it's okay.
It's okay.
Shh, it's okay.
They know that you didn't.
Smaller text, maybe.
Yeah. They know you didn't make the connection, so don't worry. They're just dealing with it. Actually, this is probably good for them that you rubbed some salt in the wounds because they're trying to just get all the feelings out about it. So
Barney sits down, like, slumps down, like, oh no. What happened?
What?
well,
Both of them?
they lost 50 points each.
So 100 in total. Yeah.
Did
Clem
they kill
admitted.
someone? What
See,
happened?
that's what we
Kill
thought.
someone? Barney, you think our friends would
Oh.
kill someone?
No,
If
you
it-
know what I mean?
No, but one had, so Clem had, you know how the book, the Dark Reaches book,
Right.
the spooky one, yeah.
She stole it, so then she told Strongbottom about it, and Strongbottom was like, "You can't do that." And then Olive went through everybody's stuff in the dormitory because she thought
Yeah.
someone stole something.
Yeah, she was trying to either discover evidence or you know, something. And
It makes me sweaty just thinking about it.
yeah, so yeah.
Oh, well. That is horrible.
You know, they were both. They don't. I mean, we're in first place, yay. But like, I don't like that they're both unhappy because they weren't trying to do anything bad. They you know, Clem was just being passionate, interested in chasing after something and trying to become a better witch, and Olive was trying to solve
her
a mystery
friends.
and find like help. They were both. But then I understand that. Yeah, I don't like it. I mean, meh. We'll just I think they want some space, so.
But if you want to leave this stinky attitude that's ruminating around our table, we're gonna deliver some food to Hagrid if you want to come with us.
Oh, right. Let me just grab some food real quick. I am starving.
Yeah, I can put it in my extra pockets if you need help. I always got a few open.
I'm okay, thank you, though.
Oh, okay, yeah, no big deal, whatever.
All right, let's. You wanna? Shall we wait for Barney?
Yeah, we can wait for Barney.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. And Barney's gonna try and like cram food into his face, like just eating way too fast. He's making
Wait,
a
Barney,
huge
don't
mess.
choke, Barney.
Yeah, you'll choke, or you'll get hiccups, or you'll get indigestion. You need to take your time. Okay.
I do know the Heimlich.
See this like huge lump of food go down, like as Barney's trying to drink the water and force it down. No, I'm fine. All right, let's go.
You look fine. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I pick up a couple of plates. Okay.
Okay, yeah, let's skedaddle out of here.
Yeah, it's good that you got a lot, and it was a big tummy rumble.
Yeah, well, he asked for all of it, so I wanted to make sure I had it. Barney, do you want to take the juice? It's a big jug. He's a big boy.
Barney assists. He's also like trying to like eat at the same time that you guys are leaving too. And
Right.
you start to head out from the Great Hall. You're heading to the hospital wing. Are you going which way?
Hospital wing is
Oh, sorry.
Second
By
floor
the-
by the
middle courtyard, right?
Yeah, the courtyard. Whatever
I
you
think-
think.
I think maybe the quickest way is through the quad and then across the suspension bridge, right?
Yeah, probably, and then up the tower.
Yeah. And we'll head that way.
Okie doke.
It makes me nervous every time you ask.
Almost like it's intentional.
That's so weird. I don't even know why it would be.
Okay. Off you go to the hospital wing. We switch scenes as you leave. And we join Olive and Clem. Where are you headed?
The Gryffindor common room.
Okay.
I probably saw her. I probably like ran after and caught up after a bit.
Yeah, you caught up right onto the moving staircases.
Okay. Hey, you okay?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of the things that we've done over the past year, we've done trying to help people and trying to keep others safe and make Hogwarts better, and I don't feel like I know how to do that right now, and sometimes it's just hard to concentrate on things like schoolwork when it feels like there's more important things at stake in the world, you know?
Yeah. Focusing on what seems like things that are supposed to build a future when you don't know what that future is, because there's like shadows around and stuff. I get it. If
Not true.
it helps, just because you don't know how to do it right now doesn't mean you won't ever, and if anyone can, it's you. You're one of the coolest people I know.
Coming from like the coolest person I've ever met. Thanks, Clem. I think I have beef with Lady Magnolis now.
Why? What happened?
I really don't think she likes me anymore. And I kind of think I deserve it. I think we got into bit of a fight, and I may have got a bit sensitive when I asked if anyone suspicious had come by recently, and she may or may not have insinuated that the members of SWAF were the only suspicious people in Gryffindor Tower or something like that. And I'm not good at hearing those things and not standing up for us, you know?
Yeah. Well, if you want to know, SWAF is obviously superior than some old painting.
Don't let her hear you calling her some old painting.
Well, listen, if we're in beef, I'm going down with you, so I guess I'm just gonna have to tell her to her face.
Oh, we're in beef, all right. I'm telling you, when we get to that portrait, you'll see.
It's a full burger.
It's just a whole cow at this point.
Yeah.
That's how bad it is.
Well, don't worry, I got your back.
You are a few steps away from the portrait.
Hello, Lady Magnolis.
Oh, hello.
Olive's gonna look around and see if anyone is, like, really close by that's not a Gryffindor student.
Nope.
Okay. She's going to...
Technically, you can make a note of something for me.
Okay.
A 13. You can ask me some questions.
All right. Is anyone or anything sneaking around?
No.
Okay. And... I guess just what does it look like?
I think just the area is not that busy at the moment. There's probably a few students that are further down the stairs, but none around right now.
Okay. Olive's just gonna kind of clear her throat and say, the Manticore's teeth.
I'm sorry, what?
The Manticore's teeth.
She looks at both of you. She stares like a little extra long at Clem.
I stare back.
Podcast listeners, there's a lot of staring happening.
The portrait, it like extra slowly starts to swing open, like.
Olive's gonna grab it and kind of like move with it to open it faster as they walk in.
Careful, you'll damage the frame!
You did that on purpose. She's gonna shut it very quickly behind them once they're inside.
You hear like beyond the portrait.
Oh, how rude!
Do you see what I mean, Clem?
Yeah, honestly, I'm with you.
Beef.
Whole cow. Whole cow.
Whole cow. Beef.
Yeah. At this point, we're maybe a farm. That's okay.
Speaking
Trust me,
of
when...
which...
Yeah.
And Olive's gonna kind of look around the common room and try and suss out if anyone's looking at them or...
Oh, as soon as you enter the common room, everybody's looking at you.
Olive's just gonna lean towards Clem and go, moo.
Hey, do you want some of my concoction?
Some of what?
So you know how there's like hot chocolate, and then there's tea, and then there's like fruity like tea. Do you want to try one of my favorite things?
All right.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna like rush over to the corner where there's like a kettle, and I'm gonna make the berry tea and hot chocolate mix.
Yeah, you actually have to like set it in the fire. You know, they have like one of those hanging kettles.
Oh, really? Yeah. Cool.
Olive's gonna find a place to sit while Clem does all of this.
Okay, yeah. Sit down.
And it's just kind of getting situated, you know?
I think as you go to sit down, there's probably someone that like sits down where you wanted to sit first. Like sit down. It's probably like an older student.
Sorry, seat's taken.
Right. And she's gonna go look for another open spot.
Another student sits down before you can.
Clem, do you want to hang out upstairs?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'll meet you up there once the surprise concoction is done.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
Okay.
And she's gonna kind of grab her book bag and go upstairs.
Okay. You make your way up. Clem, do you stay down here to finish up your
Yeah.
teocolate?
Teocolate. Hot teocolate, yes.
Okay. Olive, you head up. You can see that Lily is here.
Are you alright if if Clem joins me up here?
Why wouldn't I be?
Because every time I tried to take a seat in the common room, someone sat down before I could and edged us out.
Oh, that's mean.
It's alright. I kind of expected it. So you don't mind then?
Oh, no, I don't.
Not interrupting anything?
No, just, getting my homework together.
Why are you doing homework up here and not in the common room?
I'm going to go down in a moment.
Got it. Sorry I went through your things, Lily.
I think you see her like from behind, like she's kind of like taking out her school work and like laying it on her bed and sort of like organizing it so she knows like what to bring down or whatever. You see her from behind, and you can see her like take a deep breath, and she says,
Why didn't you tell me first?
Honestly, I just don't really think that far ahead. And I know that's not like the best thing to hear, but I don't want to lie to you, and it's the truth. I just think of things, and if it feels like a good idea in the moment, I just do it, and I don't always stop long enough to think about details like that. It's just... It seemed like something bad was happening at Hogwarts, and I wanted to act quickly, because in my mind I was going to find something super helpful and it would immediately fix everything that's been going on, and then everyone would say, wow, thank you so much for not hesitating and for doing this quickly, and woo, now we can all go back to school and having fun and not having to worry anymore. And the possibility of that not happening didn't occur to me until I was already done and it didn't work. I'm really sorry, Lily.
Try and convince Lily, please. You can use your relationship with her.
I don't have a relationship. But I'm really telling the truth this time. Oh, come on! I've been making these rolls all day. The only times I've failed them have been talking to people, and then I get them right when I'm reading facial expressions. What's going on with Olive? Why can she read people's faces, but she can't convince people that she's telling the truth?
Right. Lily stacks up a few books and some parchment and whatnot.
You don't have to forgive me or even believe me, but it doesn't change the fact that it's true. So I would rather tell you the truth and have you be mad than lie to you and have you forgive me. Does that make sense?
She gets her things together, turns towards you, and says, I suppose.
Well, if there's anything I can do to make it up to you, just tell me, but otherwise just don't be mad at Clem or Barney or Alex or Rosie or anyone else in Swaff, because I didn't tell anyone what I was going to do and they all found out afterwards, just like you, okay?
All right.
Okay, I won't keep you any longer.
She starts to walk downstairs.
I'd like to see if I can kind of read her reaction here and read between the lines a bit, if that's okay.
Sure. An 8. And one thing from the list there.
Are they telling the truth?
I don't know if she said anything really. The truth about what?
Like her reactions at all. Like, does it seem like she's being deceitful or honest with her?
I think you're better off asking a different question. Let you choose a different question here.
How are they feeling?
She's still pretty upset.
Upset,
She doesn't seem to have like angry fits or anything since you've known her. But like, I think that you get the impression that she's definitely... There's probably like a trust issue that's happening.
Okay. Olive's gonna go sit on her bed.
Yeah. Lily walks down the stairs. Clem, I think she probably runs into you.
Oh, hi, Lily.
Hi.
How are you?
She shrugs. Just going to do some homework, I guess.
Oh, cool. I'm sorry that I lost house points.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, a few of the others are kind of angry, but it doesn't matter, really.
I'm gonna work really hard to get them back. So that Gryffindor will win.
She says,
I heard something happened with you and Professor Longbottom.
Yeah. Told him the truth about the Dark Creatures book and he yelled at me and then took me to see Headmistress McGonagall. And, I legitimately thought I was gonna get expelled there for a minute.
Wow. You all right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just another exciting night at Hogwarts.
Yeah.
You?
Well,
You okay?
I'm fine.
Can I read between the lines? With Lily. Okay.
You can ask one question from the Read Between the Lines list.
How are they feeling?
It's pretty hard to notice, but you maybe seen Lily like act this way before. Might have been in regards to her family or something. You saw her sort of do something similar with the way that she holds herself or what have you. But you can tell she looks like she's upset. She's upset by something.
Oh, Lily, are you okay?
I never really feel like you say that Swaff is all of us and everyone is friends and we all are a part of the secret and everything. But then Olive goes ahead and she searches through everyone's things. And she searches through my things. And I feel like I'm not included.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense why you would feel that way. And I'm really sorry that you do. If it helps to know it all, I had no idea that Olive was going through all of our stuff. You know, Olive. Which also, while I never thought of you as not being included, I hope you know that we never ever want you to feel that way, and I'll make a more concerted effort to make sure that you do feel included.
It's just my father. With my father being so famous all the time, I always feel like, I don't know, I'm not special enough.
Oh, Lily, you're super special. You're so special. You're one of my only friends in this whole school, in this whole world.
Thank you.
And, you know, I don't really know your dad super well, and people say he's famous, and I kind of get why, but I don't really see him as being that famous. I gotta tell you, I like Lily Potter more. Lily Potter is cooler.
Try and convince her.
Okay. If I fail this, guys.
She smiles. She says, "Thanks. I'm just gonna go finish up my homework."
Okay.
She starts to walk away.
Wait, Lily. I don't know if you're gonna like it, but here, take this hot tea collet. It's the thing that I make. I know you're.
Thank you.
She keeps walking.
I head to the common room, or to the room. Dorm. Yeah.
Sure.
Hey, here, I have hot teaklet.
Thanks, Clem. What's teaklet?
Well, it's tea and chocolate.
Got it.
Yeah.
Olive's gonna try some of it. I kind of wanna... Can I roll to see if Olive would like it? I genuinely don't know if she would or not.
Sure, you can, I guess, do the same as the bean roll. Do a D3.
Okay.
1 is you don't, 2 is ambivalent, and 3 is it's great.
Okay. And it's just 1d3, right?
Yep.
Okay. 3 was great, right? Sorry, that's how bad my memory is. I already forgot that, and that was 30 seconds ago, and I'm really not exaggerating. It's a problem. This is the single greatest thing I've ever tried in my entire life, Clem.
Right? No one else gets it.
This is magic in a cup.
Yes.
I know Rosie is the chef of the group, but maybe you are the beverage connoisseur.
Beverage connoisseur.
Beverage
Okay.
connoisseur. That sounds like a very fancy title for a very fancy drinks maker.
Wait. Beverage connoisseur.
That's not what I sound like. Is that what you think I sound like?
No. No. Yeah,
You
listen,
say
you
it
don't
then.
sound like my... Beverage connoisseur. Beverage connoisseur.
Beverage connoisseur. Connoisseur.
Okay,
That's
well,
what
when
you
you
sound
say it like, oh, great, well, this is terrible. How can you listen to me?
I think Lily's really upset.
Yeah. It might be more serious than Lady Magnolis. At least with Lady Magnolis, I don't really feel so bad.
Lady Magnolis, if I have one cow of beef with her, I have a whole herd with Lily.
I think it's not just you. Just that she didn't feel included. And
I know I probably couldn't say this to her, but I went through everyone's things, and that includes Swaff. So, in a weird way, she was really included, just not in the bit that she would have liked to be included in.
I think that's a good way of thinking about that. Maybe not going to make her feel better.
No, probably not helpful, huh?
No. Oh, man. I wish I still had my book. I wanted to... There's this creature that deals with memory, and I was thinking about maybe that creature was... Maybe that creature could have something to do with what's going on. Which is why I came back to the dorm room to get the book in the first place.
There's a creature that you think might relate to this? Wait, so, can we go through one of the copies of the book, right?
Yeah, you have your copy here, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
And Olive is gonna rifle through her book bag. And find Clem's handmade copy.
Okay, so it should be on page 192. It's called the Glowacus.
The Glowacus.
The Glowacus.
Glowacus.
Glowacus, yeah.
Glowacus. What
yeah.
does it do?
Yeah, so it, well, it's like loud and it cackles, and basically the idea is that if you look into its eyes, you lose your memory.
So that could be the answer to all of everything that's been going on. Is it you lose your entire memory, or you lose portions of your memory? How does this work?
Well, as far as I remember, it just wipes your memory. Yeah.
This could explain it. Okay. Can you search the book and see if you can find something relating to how to catch it, or how to attract it, or weaknesses, or something? Anything?
Yeah, sure. Can I look through the book?
Sure.
And find that
you're there already.
Yeah.
I won't make you make a roll.
Okay. Okay.
But you can do an investigate, and we'll say that you have a +1.
Okay. All right.
Unfortunately, the book doesn't have a ton of information on it. It's not that you are having problems finding it. The book just has like a small entry on them.
Okay.
So
Doesn't seem like there's...
we could ask a professor, right?
We could, yeah. The thing is I gotta be honest. I'm not really batting 100 when it comes to talking to professors about this stuff.
Right.
I'm feeling Professor Longbottom definitely off the list. I mean, for sure he wouldn't even... Wait. I mean, defense against the dark arts teacher? I don't know.
Maybe we could just look in the library? This can't be the only book, right? It can't be the one and only piece of text in existence that talks about dark creatures.
Who teaches the dark creatures class of years 6 and 7? Is it running right now? Whack, is it running?
Mm-hmm.
That course? Do we know who teaches it?
I don't think you were told.
I mean, that's who we should ask if we can. But I feel like I'm probably gonna get in a lot of trouble if word gets back to McGonagall about the fact that I'm asking around.
Maybe. So, what do we do instead?
Library, I guess.
What time is it right now?
After dinner, so probably like 7:30-ish.
Okay. We still have some time before curfew.
Wanna go now?
Let's do it.
Okay.
If this creature is still out there, it could hurt someone else.
Yeah.
What if it
the
got the
question.
dragon? What if it got Clifford?
What I'm more worried about, though, is that, like, a Gloacus can wipe your memory, but as far as I know, I don't think they can bury you under the ground and put a invisibility charm on you to make you invisible.
Good point.
So even if it was a Gloacus, I still think that there's someone.
First things first. Let's start at the library.
Okay.
Okay.
Can we bring? I don't think we can bring our hot tea colette. I'm just gonna chug it. And I just chug the hot tea colette. At this point, it's maybe a little bit cooled down.
Olive will do the same.
Sure. It's still pretty hot, but you you kind of
Just two kids being like,
Yeah, you're doing the thing where you like sip and it's too hot and you're like, it's like in your mouth, but you still try to like make it cooler. Yeah, your tongue is like lost all taste buds. But you'll be all right in a day or two. You down the hatch?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then I think we're going to head to the library.
Okay. So, out you go through the common room and more angry stares from the various Gryffindors as you do. You hear murmurs of 100 points. She searched through all things. Stuff like that going around. And you walk out through the portrait. And you hear, "Oh, it's you again.
We just love your company."
I'm sure you do.
Do you say this to all the students?
She says, "Only the troublemakers."
Who else is a troublemaker in Gryffindor?
Oh, let's be honest, dear. There are plenty of troublemakers in Gryffindor.
Olive's just narrowing her eyes.
You know, Lady Magnolus, Headmistress McGonagall told me that I was Gryffindor to the core.
Did she know?
Yes, this was immediately after talking to her. Obviously, she was there to tell me.
She gets like close to the plane of the portrait, like, and she's like trying to stare through your soul.
Yeah, well, I'm staring back.
Mm-hmm.
You've been going in and out so often lately.
Yes, it's almost like this is a school and we're not allowed to eat in the room that we just came from. Well, then what do you mean?
Well, even during class, you've been coming in and out. What are you doing?
Trying to save Hogwarts, that's what.
Fine.
We're trying to keep you having a job, Lady Magnolus. Keep you employed.
Well, if you keep missing class, you'll be lucky if you stay in school.
I'm sorry, is that a request on your part, or just hopeful?
I'm not hopeful of anything, dear. I'm just making an observation.
Right, well, I'm going to observe myself and my friend Clem going to the library. Clem, are you ready?
Yes.
Let's go. And Olive's gonna hold her head up high and walk off in the direction of the library.
I'm gonna follow her, but I'm gonna like turn and say, "You better get used to us. We're gonna be here a long time coming in and out of that door frame."
Oh, I'm sure you will.
Start to travel down the mechanical staircase. And we switch scenes. Alex and Rosie, you have headed to the hospital wing along with Barney to go visit Hagrid.
Yep. Hey.
He may be sleep. Wait, I don't hear snoring. He's probably not sleeping.
Are we at the door or are we through the door already?
You're at the door.
I would like like to kick the door, like, you know, like when your hands are free, you like kick the door open. I want to kick the door and be like, Hagrid, I brought your dinner.
Door like clatters
I thought that
open.
was his snoring, and I was like, oh god, no.
No, Hagrid. You can see Hagrid is sitting up, and he's actually speaking to a woman in a very strange plant-like dress. It has a Venus flytrap on top of her hat. The dress is a very bright yellow color. Robe, I should say. Dress robe.
Are we... Hagrid, are we interrupting? We brought dinner.
Oh, Luna, this is, they've been bringing me food.
You got it, Hagrid. I believe in you. Just get one.
Rhymes with Josie.
Glowsy.
So close, Hagrid. It's Rosie. And this one
Close.
rhymes
I knew that.
Daleks.
Daleks. This is Daleks and Glowsy. Rosie.
Just Alex.
Would you think that we're kind of like the same when it comes to names? I can never remember them.
I remember. Oh, yeah, you and he. Yeah.
Not you. You remember everything. Sorry. Anyways, Hagrid.
Good to see you,
Hi, Mom.
Professor.
I mean,
Shh, I elbow you.
Commander. Professor. Sorry, Commander.
Hello.
Commander.
Hello.
I'm just gonna slide what I'm carrying.
Do you
Is there
need some help?
Oh, no, I work in the kitchen part-time and I cook a lot of stuff. So I'm bringing Hagrid the dinner he requested.
What kind of dress is that? Is that a Venus flytrap?
It is interesting. I was thinking the same
I
thing.
think it just moved.
Is your dress alive? Your dress robes?
Maybe. I don't like to ask.
That's interesting.
Oh, is that food I smell?
Yeah, I brought everything you asked for. Rosie's just gonna start putting down the like 8 plates we read. We got a whole jar of pumpkin juice. Here's your beef stew, and I freshly made this loaf of bread. Here's your Alex has your mince with mash, and Barty has the treacle tarts.
That's great. Thank you.
And I have
that's so
this round
nice.
cake. Apparently, Alex said you ran out, so here's this one. I bid it, but if you want the rest, you can have it.
Oh, that'll be just fine. Thank you. I appreciate it. Madam Pomfrey's been saying that I eat like a bloody horse. So, this is good. I won't make her get any more food from the house elves. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. We're all just hanging out, chatting, catching up.
Oh yeah, Luna just came by to say hi, and we've been chatting about care for magical creatures and such. Apparently, I'm the professor.
You are. You're the professor.
Yeah, that's nice. But she's been saying that you've been taking over for me. Ain't that right, Luna? Yes.
Is that going well, Professor?
I think so. I've been telling the students all about some of the trips that I've taken, but unfortunately, I still haven't managed to find a crumplehorn snorkack.
Okay. Interesting.
What's that?
Exactly.
Cool. So we don't want to interrupt you, because talking about the creatures will be good. for Hagrid's memory. So, we've delivered the food and we'll leave you now. Do you need some food?
I'm quite alright. I've already had some.
What'd you eat?
Okay, good.
Do you have a favorite food?
I quite like pumpkin soup.
Pumpkin soup. Pumpkin soup.
Have you tried the pumpkin mash?
No.
It's my
it's really
specialty.
good. Rosie makes it, yeah.
I'll have to try it sometime.
I'll bring you some. Yeah, I'm sure you'll like it. I don't want to interrupt, but and then Rosie jumps and gives Hagrid a big hug. This is from Olive. She said to not forget to give you a hug.
You brought olives too?
Oh no, Olive is our friend. She's named after the food Olive.
Oh,
I
right,
think.
right. The one with the hair, right?
She does have hair.
Yeah, she does.
What color is it, Hagrid?
He looks up at Luna, and Luna's like,
Red.
Nailed it!
There we
High
go,
five,
progress.
Hagrid!
I don't know what.
he sort of sticks his hand up again.
I'm just gonna rest. Rosie's gonna rest her hand on Hagrid's hand.
It's like,
Good, high five.
Oh, right. So, thank you for all the wonderful food and whatnot, and again, that's real nice.
Yeah. One of us will be back here sooner or later, no doubt.
Oh yeah, that would be real nice. You're welcome anytime, as long as Madam Pumphrey says it's all right.
Yeah. Well, I'll need to get my bandages and stuff checked probably tomorrow, so I'll be around maybe.
Yeah, and if you need any special snacks, I can always bring them.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Otherwise, we'll let y'all chat. We're gonna skedaddle. Have a good night. Nice to see you, Professor Scamander and Hagrid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. Hey, if you see any tall people, could you let me know?
Could you tell me why you're looking for tall people?
I don't
you
know.
You don't.
You mentioned a tall woman, a really tall
Did
woman,
I?
like, taller than you. Yeah, when I was here.
Oh.
Why tall people? Can you remember anything else? Maybe a tall name?
Is it a relative? A
try
girlfriend?
and convince Hagrid, please, Alex.
Okay.
Roll your
if you were
relationship
to-
with Hagrid, and actually you can roll your relationship with Rosie.
Okay, good. Hagrid, if you were to name a tall person, what would you name them? An 8.
I don't know. But they'd be really pretty, like, wouldn't they?
Tall and pretty, okay.
Like, perhaps, someone you may have a crush on?
Oh. Maybe.
When you think about them, does your heart go pitter-patter?
I don't know if my heart's ever done that.
When you
Usually
think about
it
them,
just makes
do you get
that
a little nervous?
noise, you know.
Loud.
Does your face get warm?
Oh.
Do you feel like you might throw up?
Maybe.
Butterflies?
Do you want to hold their hand?
He looks down at his massive hands.
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
I think so.
We'll keep an eye out. Yeah, we'll keep an eye out for pretty tall people. Other than yourself, of course.
Have you seen this person recently?
Maybe.
Okay, well, you know what? I'll keep an eye out for really tall people. I will survey everybody I know. And do you think when it comes to tall, do you think about as tall as you or taller?
Wouldn't say taller.
Okay, taller.
I did say that earlier, too.
Oh. My memory's not as good as it used to be.
Oh, no, you weren't here. It was when I was here with the burn.
Oh, okay.
All right. We've got things we should look at in the library, Rosie.
Yeah, got it. I will keep an eye out, and you just let anybody know. You'd be like, I'm super hungry, and people will like, Rosie's got it. So just
all right.
See
I'm
you
sorry
later,
I
Hagrid.
can't help.
I think you've been loads of help.
Loads of people have been coming in and asking all sorts of questions, and I've been trying my best. Even those two whores.
Yeah, they're okay. I mean, they're trying to help, so...
Were they nice to you?
Well, I asked a lot of questions. I don't know.
Did they make you feel good or bad?
I don't know. They were just asking a lot of questions, like...
That's their job. Or part of it. Anyway, we've asked enough questions too, right, guys?
Right, no more questions for Hagrid. It was great to see ya. I'll see you tomorrow. You get some good rest, and we're gonna skedaddle.
Hagrid's like tilting the beef stew back.
Enjoy that. Yeah.
He like comes back and there's gravy like all over his, all over his beard hairs. And he's like, thanks.
Yum. Yep. Good job. Bye.
He polished off the whole thing of beef stew that you brought up.
It's really impressive, Alex. Wish I could eat like that.
Well, I don't think... I mean, I think you do, but just scaled down to your size.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Alex. Very nice.
Yeah.
All right, come on, Barney. Let's go.
All right. Miss Scamander, do you, are you related to Rosie at all? I don't think so.
People keep asking me that. So.
Are you sure? Just a little bit, maybe? I don't really know.
I don't know who gave birth to me. So if it was you, that'd be cool.
I think I might remember. I have some children already.
Right. I mean, magic. Am I right? Anything's possible. Surprise, baby. Mind, you created me with your mind.
Maybe. I suppose it's possible.
Anyways, it was nice to see you again. Come on, Barney, get out of here. She thinks I'm weird.
You see like a few questions start to
I'm dragging him out the door.
You went running.
And off you go out of the hospital wing. Clem and Olive, you head to the library, and I'd like to know which way you are headed.
Good question.
I would assume that the path that like we're most used to taking, and I'm just zooming out here right now, would probably be. Was that you?
Yeah, that's me
doing
pinging.
that?
The library is
Okay.
up on the northeast side.
Oh.
Yeah, I would assume that I think we would probably go over the suspension bridge and like walk along that. Sorry, I always try to do it. How do I? Is it right clicking? No.
I just left click and hold to ping.
Yeah, I imagine we would like go that way, like across here and then here. Yeah.
As you head to the library, you can make me a notice something roll.
Which one of us? Both of us?
One of you, but Olive just has made it.
Yeah. Got it.
And you can ask me a question from the notice something list as you hear a strange noise coming from down the corridor where the library is located.
What does it sound like?
It sounds like a growl.
What?
Deep and guttural, heavy and bass.
Olive instinctively puts a hand out. I don't know if anyone else's parent ever did this, like in a car with them. If they slam the brakes really hard, my mom always puts her arm out to like she thinks that's gonna stop me from, I don't know. She thinks it helps. And it's that instinctive, like, I am protecting you kind of arm. And I think Olive kind of does that around Clem and like walks forward to try and be the person that's in front of this and starts trying to like she has her wand at the ready with the other hand.
Can I can hear this as well, right? Whack?
I think Olive was maybe slightly ahead of you. Olive, you noticed it first.
Okay. What's happening?
Shh. Something's growling.
Growling. Whack, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Olive's gonna walk towards it with her
the
wand
question?
out.
The question is, what? Never mind. I don't think. Yeah. I'm gonna follow her.
You see a shape begin to move in the darkness, and you hear the scrabble of claws on the stone as something moves and begins to rush towards you. And that's where we're going to end the session today.
Oh my god.
I knew Whack was just like waiting to scare us before he would end the session, and I was like, what's it gonna be this time?
Hey, Marks, you can. I mean, I would have asked the question. Like, what's the worst you can say? No, I'm not answering it. Like,
Well, the question. I'm very. I really don't want to like meta Clementine's reactions, and that's really like difficult to balance because like of course I have my own thoughts about what's happening, but I don't want to just like jump in and have her
All
do
else
something that
fails,
doesn't make sense.
Make a move.
Yeah.
But it'll have to be next time because
Yeah.
it's time for our end of session stuff. End of session. Thank you everybody for watching today. As always, it is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Thank you. And I would like to remind you all that you should follow all of these wonderful people. You can do so by heading on over to tablestory.tv/WAW, where you can click on their links. Go follow them on all the places. Go follow them. And if you have yourself a Prime sub that you haven't used yet, consider throwing it their way. Get yourself some emotes. Go support these lovely people. They're excellent role players and great people. Go give them a follow. And make sure that you're following here on Table Story as well. We've got a lot of really great shows. Tomorrow I believe we have a sort of a wrap-up for Pumpkinberry's show, Gone, which is a surreal thriller that just finished last week. And they're going to be doing a wrap-up, and I'm guessing there's going to be a million questions and stuff, so hopefully we'll see you for that. But let's do our end of session stuff, shall we? Let's do relationships and things. Before you all start, I would like to impart some relationships upon you, because some relationships have been earned today. Oh yeah. Oh, there have been some relationship changes for sure. Clem and Olive, you can go ahead, and I'm going to give you a few female Gryffindors that you can add to your list here of relationships that are at -2. I'll put these in our Discord for Witchcraft and Wizardry. Oh, sorry, I've got William in there.
Is this just for Olive?
Clem, you're gonna add them at -1. Olive, you're gonna add them at -2. And special bonus, Olive, a -1 for Lily Luna Potter.
Ooh.
Sorry. Okay. And Rosie, Alex, you can add a +1 for Hagrid.
Oh, I'll take all the -1s to all the strangers for the rest of my life for them to have that.
All right. Now, your relationship stuff, you can go ahead with your normal setup. For relationships, you can do a +1 or a -1. +1 or -1 given to those who you feel you've either grown closer to or further away from in the group. Specifically, the player characters. And if you do a -1, it's also an XP.
I think Rosalina grew closer to Alex. He was being very sweet to her today. On his best behavior, which is an upswing from last time when he ditched her.
Clem's definitely getting my +1. They bonded. They had some nice moments.
Yeah, same. Olive is getting my +1.
Awesome.
I'm torn between a Rosie +1 and an Olive -1, because like going through people's stuff's a bit, like, and Alex said, is like, it's a bit like, what if, because as we went to, what if someone went through my stuff, right? No matter who it was, how would I feel about it? But then, like, she had good reasoning for it, and I even said, like, she had good reason for it, and it makes sense. Okay. I think +1 for Rosie.
All right.
We
And?
helped hang it together. And
I would like you all to know that we did a patron one-shot that was more Witchcraft and Wizardry. However, the numbers all equalized. So the school rolls, there's no additional school rolls to be made. And Alexander was a part of the patron one-shot, so we had a lot of fun. It's one of the things that we have available on the Table Story Patreon. If you have a stupid amount of money that you can part with, we appreciate it. Honestly, it helps keeps the lights on. So thank you so much for doing that. Thunder Cabbage was our our patron this time, and we appreciate it so much. Thank you. Let's do our mind rolls, our classes school rolls. Let's get started with those. Ooh, a strong start. Olive and Clem trying to get those points back. Wow. All right. Good start. 15 points. Gryffindor. I have rolled an 8. A total of 20 points. Getting them back. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No longer in last place. Let's see. Alexander with a 10 earns Ravenclaw 10 points. And I have rolled an 11 for another 10 points. And last one is a 9 for 5 more points. Wow. Okay, and let's see. The Hufflepuffs. Ooh, ouch. Okay, don't worry. Don't worry.
The 7's the Rosy roll. The 6 is the...
I was like,
I'm sorry.
It
I'm
was
sorry.
a 5.
No, you're right. You're right.
Don't say ouch. I was like, dang, it's not a 10, but it's not that bad.
Sorry. Sorry.
It's okay.
All right. Let's see. 2 more rolls. It's an 8 and 7 for 10 more points. 145 for Hufflepuff. Got like a 3-way, really close battle going on with Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, and Slytherin. Slytherin gonna equalize, and then one more roll here as Lillian and Cornelia even each other out. And I get a 7 for 5 points. Gryffindor is in last place. Wow.
Not for long.
Oh, big words from Clem. Let's go around the room. Let's do shout-outs and our downtime moves, please. Zagonicus, would you be so kind as to start us off?
Sure. I am going to do social activities.
Everybody's trying hard for those social activities. The Snail Club is popular, man.
I did a clubs roll during the Patreon one shot, and I failed it, so that made me sad. But hey, I succeeded in social activities. Got an 11, nice. So I get a +1 to my read between the lines move for next session.
Very nice.
And if you want to hang out with me before next session, you can find me everywhere on the internet as Godicus on all of the places. You can also check out my podcast as Godcast. I sit down and just have a chat with cool people. And the most recent cool person was Aaron B. Black, author of Firewall Down. You can find that on the Amazon places and Kindle and all the rest of it. So check it out. I've read it. Obviously, I read it before the podcast. It's great. I really enjoyed it. There's Margles. She did that cover art for it, and it's great.
It was cut off by the frame a little bit. Can you move it closer to the center?
Put it in front of your face.
There you go.
There you go. So yeah, check out the book, check out the podcast with Aaron. Just search Zgodcast. That's Zulu Charlie, Oscar Tango Tango Charlie, Alpha Sierra Tango on the places where you get your podcast, or on YouTube, or you can go to zgodic.us/pod. Thanks.
Thank you.
But why? Zagonicus?
I'm a little bit more confused, actually. I feel like I could spell it worse, and I actually know how to spell it.
It just felt right, okay?
Can't argue there.
Nego Oryx.
Hi, hello, I'm Nego Oryx, and I spent half of today's episode trying to get my cat to stop ripping the sliders off my mixer. Because he discovered that they move midway through today's session.
Oh no.
And it was awful. For my downtime move this week, I am going to be trying to join a club. That's it. That's all I'm trying to do. That's all Olive is ever trying to do for the rest of this show.
I'm just expecting you to put all your points into soul at this point.
Well, I'm gonna. If it weren't for the fact that I keep having to convince people of things that are true and then failing because my heart is just at -1. It's not even a -2. Yep, that's what I thought. That's great. Why? My soul's a 0. Like, I don't even have a negative soul.
What club did you fail today? Please, God, I need to know.
I just...
dorm room cleanup club.
I feel like it's the paper club. It's just paper. They make paper. They make paper there.
Parchment.
I thought they were like writing the Hogwarts paper. No?
No. It's the material.
Yeah,
it's paper. Yeah, they recycle parchment.
Sorry, Hogwarts.
Can't wait for
Mifflin?
Can't wait for seatbelt club.
I'm just at a loss. There's not a single club at Hogwarts that Olive is ever gonna last more than one session at. That's it for me today. I have a lot of stuff going on this week. If you want to come through and say hi at some point, I post everything on social media, so just follow along. My socials are all the same spelling as my username. I'm just Nega Oryx on everything, and I am doing something really, really, really cool this weekend that I don't think I can announce yet, but I will say I will be doing a lot on socials, so come say hi and check out my Instagram stories because they are gonna be awesome. I say now, and I just jinxed it. It's gonna suck.
Thank you so much, Murgles.
It's gonna be great. Don't worry, you got this. Oh man. Hi, I'm Murgles. I have to do the thing first. I have a question. So many questions. Is there a way to do extra credit for house points?
No.
As part of an end of session thing? No? Okay.
We can assume
Just
that your
thought
class's school role was your extra credit.
Oh.
Or studying.
All right. Okay. In that case, I would like to study.
Sure thing. Go ahead and make a mind roll.
Okay. All right. Okay. Hi, I'm Murgles. I didn't study because this weekend I was making a 24-hour film. So that kept me pretty busy. I did not finish it in 24 hours. Big surprise. But I'm still working on it and we're super close to finishing it. So if you want to come to my channel.
Isn't it only 2 minutes?
Yeah, it's 2.5 minutes, which is crazy because I spent 10 months making my other 2.5-minute film years and years ago. So to go
what
from
you're saying
10
is
months
it's actually
to...
amazing that someone's trying to complete an animation that's only 2 minutes long, but it's actually a supremely ridiculous amount of work.
Yes. So if you want to see a person do that supremely ridiculous amount of work, I'm working on that tomorrow. So you can come find me on Twitch at Murgles. That's a slash. Yep. Go read Aaron's book. Thank you so much for having me. Ta-ra!
I'm tempted to call the title of this episode Whoosh, by the way. Luxie?
Hi. What's up? I'm just mentally not here. I'll say that with my chest. I have, in my process of continuing to try to make every single potion known to man, I'm gonna have Rosalina try to make a dragon scale potion. Due to my handy dandy guide, I know that's gonna cost me a smooth 14 galleons, but we're gonna try it anyways. Praying. It works kind of. Okay, well, we'll take that. I'm kind of there.
It's like a dragon ska potion.
I tried to write kinda and I just wrote kinda with no D, so that's pretty accurate. Anyways, Hi, I'm Lexi Games. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch. I do a lot of indie game content. I do a lot of Animal Crossing. I do a lot of, honestly, it's just whatever floats my fancy, which is the very family-friendly version of what I normally say when people ask me that question. I do stuff, tabletop games, charity hosts, and lots of other fun surprises. There's lots of stuff happening in my life. Who knows, if you hang out now, maybe in 10 days we'll be in a totally different place. Just come find out, I guess. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much, Luxie. And thank you so much, chat, for being here. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for all the love and the support. Thank you. Thank you to Murgles. Thank you, Zagonicus. Thank you, Nego Oryx. Thank you, Luxie, for being awesome role players. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. We're going to wrap things up here, folks. Make sure you follow all these lovely people. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow for the Gone wrap-up. Peace out. Have a wonderful rest of your